everyone. Today we're going to be looking at some of my MOCs. If you don't know what a MOC is, well, in LEGO basically it stands for my own creation, which honestly I like that word MOC much better than saying my own creation, so I think it's a pretty useful term. Anyways, we're going to look at some of the things that I've created. Nothing too big though. Actually, there's one at the end which I'll be excited to show you. But so let's get right into the first MOC. If you've seen any of my custom minifigure reviews, you should recognize this. This is the platform for which basically I put characters on. Let me fix that. Let's take Crazy Diamond here and just sure, this will work fine. Let's take them, put them up on here. Bam, just in. Yeah, so I just built this for that one purpose, nothing else really. The reason that there's a lot of gold on it is because, well, originally it was for Trader's Rectum, and if you didn't know, that was, part of Golden Wind. So that's why I have gold on here. It spins around so I can show different angles of the characters. I don't know if you can see this, but on the bottom, just has a little spinner. The bottom is pretty ugly, but it doesn't really matter because you're not going to see it in the video. So, yeah, let's move on to the next one. The next one that I want to show you is this fancy little robot. I don't have a name for him, though you can see he's kind of goofy looking with his like cross eyes or whatever you call him. He's just super movable. I did that on purpose, more like posable, but because I thought I'm like eventually I'm going to use him in an animation, but I never did. Maybe I will. As you can see, I really like the antenna. I've always liked this piece. I don't know why. Yeah, he's like these claws for his hands. Yeah, pretty simple. Well, I wouldn't say simple, but pretty standard. That's, I don't know the right word. You get the idea. Yeah. Next up is a very older one of mine. Probably one of my first things that I ever really built. It's this tiny little spaceship. As you can see, there's a little hole in here, and that is because where's a good minifigure? Oh, this guy. So you can take a minifigure. First, you have to take the legs off. Just come on, okay. And you just didn't mean to do that. Put them in there, like that. Just fly them around, like that. I don't know. Actually, I think that this would be a good idea for like a Lego series, like like the Micro Fighters, like this. This would be a good Micro Fighter. The next one is this spaceship. Well, it's more of like a micro spaceship, but it's supposed to be like the mothership, but you get the idea. So let me move it around so you can see it more properly, so you can see this is what the top looks like. I really like this build. I like what I did at the top. I used the the old UFO pieces. Yeah, it's of course centered around this little dome thingy up here. It's nice in the under. I'm missing one of these parts. Basically, it should be 4 thrusters. Yeah. I added these just because I thought it looked cooler. I don't know. Yeah, I like this one. It was probably one of the builds that took me longer, especially for the size, but I enjoyed it. Before we get to the final build, this is what I'm going to show you. This was actually I think was earlier than the spaceship I showed you earlier. I was really into Pac-Man as a kid, and I don't know why, especially considering like Pac-Man was like, pretty old for when I was a kid. So we have, of course, Pac-Man, who was just very disturbing teeth, Blinky, and of course the Blue Ghost when he's the power pellet. So I like this. Like, I like these two builds, but I love this build. The teeth are just great. It looks super disturbing. And I think that's what gives it some charm. These two builds, well, I'm not going to show their underside because Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm restarting that. So, before we get to the final one, I have 3 little builds to show you. And they're, of course, Pac-Man characters. Of course, you have Pac-Man, Blinky, and the Power Pellet Ghost. So, I like this build a lot. Like, these two are good, but I really like this one. So, first, the Ghosts, we see on their sides, they have the missing parts in the bottom so that they look like, you know, more like the ghost bottoms. The eyes are, on this one they're square, but on this one they're studs. This one also has a mouth, and Pac-Man over here, you can see, well, he has a real mouth. Yeah, it's a pretty messed up mouth, but, you know, his jaw comes disattached. I'm coming to eat you. But, oops, fell off. Yeah, I really like this one just because how disturbing the teeth is. You know, I didn't have to have the teeth there, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to make this Pac-Man look weird. So, yeah, now let's get to the final build, which I'm really excited to show because I'm really... Oh, what's that? Oh, okay. Do we have to restart? I don't know. The final build is the Battle of Geonosis. A small part of it, but still, Battle of Geonosis. So, this build I really like because, first of all, I think it uses this Dwarf Spider Droid well. And, first of all, I just love the terrain on it. I used different colors for the landscape, and I did a lot of, you know, like, terraforming, like, wasn't just flat, and that's what I think really gives it a lot of charm. So it's meant to be viewed from this angle, but you can turn around if you want. Look at this. Oh, did something fall over? That's whatever. You can look at it from this side. All but one of the minifigures are not custom. I just have this random Jedi. I don't know his name. He's a little lightsaber. Yeah, he's just a random Jedi. There we go. We, of course, have 2 Geonosian droids. A clone. Phase 1 clone, of course. This spider. You'll notice that this was actually, if you watched 2 videos ago, I think, there was this is actually an upgrade of a build that I showed in there. And I was like, maybe I'll make it bigger or something. I'm like, yep, I did. I made it not just bigger, but way prettier. And now it's not just some random desert planet, it's Geonosis specifically. So I really like this build. Here, let me show you some of the land. There we go. It's a better view. So, yeah, some slope pieces up here. I really enjoy this build. So, that's all of my MOCs. I'm just making this video because, you know, well, stop motions take a lot of time. So, I want to have some videos in between to at least give you something. So, oh yeah. Thanks, Reddit, for really enjoying my Trader's Requiem video. Posted it on Shitpost Crusaders. Can I say that on YouTube? I posted that on said subreddit and got a lot of love, even got gold. So thank you, everyone. Thanks to the person who gave me gold, really appreciated, and the other awards too. So that's it. I'll see y'all in the next one.